What's going on, friends, fellow hopheads? My name is Andrew. Welcome to this very next episode of Drewski's Brewskis. It is finally stout weather where I live. Yeah, that's right. It's finally cool enough to where I feel comfortable drinking a stout and I feel like I'm not going to feel like poop. So, in that case, we're going to crack open this bad boy that I've been saving for quite some time. And this one from Alaska. This is Expel from Anchorage Brewing out of Anchorage, Alaska. Let's check it out. Alrighty guys, once again, welcome to the next review here on Drewski's Brewskis. If you don't know, my name is Andrew, and if you don't know, then you must have forgotten because I said it, I'm pretty sure, in the intro. But anyways, let's continue on to the real point of the video. Like I said, it's October 14th today, and the weather has finally cooled off enough to where I feel that stouts are now fully in season. It's been in like the 50s and 40s, stuff like that. And what better beer to drink in that kind of weather than a stout? And this one I've been saving for quite some time because not only does it sound really good, but a lot of people have been very interested, or people that I know anyways, in seeing this one. This one's from Anchorage Brewing out of Anchorage, Alaska. So obviously Alaskan beer, I've never had that kind of thing, but we're gonna try that today. So let's get a little info about this beer here. Once again, this beer is called Expel. It is from Anchorage Brewing Company in Anchorage, Alaska. Now this is an oat stout ale. I've never quite heard of that before, but I've had plenty of stouts. I've had plenty of beers with oats, and I've had plenty of ales, so who knows? Sounds pretty good though. The description of it is it just says it's brewed with coffee and chocolate. Now, that is pretty standard of stouts. Most stouts are somewhat coffee-like or brewed with chocolate or some sort of sweet yet like full flavor. Like I said, chocolate, coffee, cinnamon, maple, that kind of thing. Very full flavors. So being brewed with coffee and chocolate, that doesn't really surprise me a lot. But as basic as it sounds, it can be done very differently. So I'm very interested to see what this one's going to bring. This is a 9% alcohol by volume, so pretty high as far as beer goes, but not very high when it comes to stouts. In fact, a lot of stouts that I've seen have been upwards of 10, at least 10 or above. So 9% is fairly low as far as stouts, but this also isn't an imperial stout. Imperials tend to be a little bit higher, usually about 12, 13. But even so, it's not too bad, but then again, not too mild either. And this is the 1 pint can, or 16 fluid ounces, in case you were wondering. And I do like the black can. The actual can is black, not just the sticker. But anyways, without further ado, let's crack her open and see what it's all about, shall we? Alrighty guys, that moment that we've all been waiting for, that I certainly have been waiting for. Let's get on to cracking open this beer from Anchorage Brewing Company from Anchorage, Alaska. Alright, nice black can top thing. I don't know what it's technically called, tap. Yeah, there we go. Alright, looking very dark already. And yeah, pretty standard stout color if I do say so myself. Just give a pretty adequate amount there. Yeah, very dark, pretty nice stout color. Very happy to say that this is the first stout being done on Drewski's Brewskis. It will most certainly not be the last, but it is definitely the first. So I am very happy about this being done here. All right, you know how it goes. Let's give it a sniff, then give her a taste. Let's see what this stout is all about. And that rhymed also. Anyways. Yeah, very standard stout smell. Chocolatey, kind of very full in smell. And actually I do get quite a bit of that oat that they were talking about in the oat stout ale. Yeah, it does smell quite a bit oaty, if that makes any sense. Which, if you've ever smelled oats, or oatmeal or anything like that, then you should know what I'm talking about. I guess if anything, it basically just smells like an oatmeal stout, which probably is really what it is when it comes down to brass tacks, but that's pretty much what it smells like. But I don't always care what it smells like. I do, but the better question is, what does it taste like? And that's what we're about to find out in 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Not quite as punch you in the face as I was expecting for some reason. But then again, like I said, this is not an imperial stout, so it's not going to be as like boozy, so to speak. That's technically usually what imperial stouts have. They're a little bit more on the boozy side, boozy tasting. But a lot of it's because they're aged in like bourbon barrels and stuff like that. But no, this is actually very smooth. Very mild chocolate, not super overwhelming. If anything, I would say it's probably a milk chocolate. Definitely not like a dark chocolate, because it doesn't have that sort of bitterness that dark chocolate usually has. So definitely probably a milk chocolate. And yeah, definitely some coffee in there too. Once again, very mild, sort of smooth coffee. But nothing wrong with that. That's actually how I usually drink my coffee. It's more on the mild side, not always like black. Which actually, that's something I've never seen in beer. I've never seen like black coffee go into beer, which I'd probably be. That would probably be something that I'm pretty interested in, to have black coffee in beer. But yeah, definitely a lot smoother than I was expecting, and I don't know if I was just making this out to be something that it isn't. But yeah, I mean, it's very, very smooth on the taste, and like I said, nice milk chocolate, very, well, I'm gonna say it once again, very smooth. I mean, that's really the best word to describe it here, is smooth. Anything else would kind of be putting words in that don't really need to be there, but very creamy. And yeah, that's pretty much how I would describe it, you know. It's yeah, very good. Right. So yeah, I described the flavor a little bit. Let's take a look at what the color is. As you can probably imagine, you can't see through it one dang bit. It is pretty much highly dark. You know, very standard, normal stout color, as I'm sure you can probably imagine. But no, there's no seeing through that. It's very dark, much like coffee and chocolate is. So yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about the color. But I'm sure you probably imagine that most stouts and porters and stuff like that are pretty much the same all the time. Alrighty friends, what do I give this fine beer out of 10? Out of 10, I would give it, I'm gonna give it an 8.5. Reason being, it is a very good stout. It is very smooth, very easygoing. It's not super punchy in the face like an imperial stout would be. But once again, it's because it isn't an imperial stout, so it doesn't have that sort of booziness to it. But no, even for a regular stout, it is, like I said, it's only a 9%, so it's not like super overwhelming. You probably enjoy one or two of these, and you know, you have a nice buzz going on, but you wouldn't be like super obliterated like if you drank an imperial stout with 12 or 13%. And it's not going to kill your taste buds either. You know, like I said, it doesn't have that super alcohol-y taste to it, which is something that I quite enjoy. You know, the coffee and the chocolate kind of combine to make that nice finish on the tongue, and it doesn't leave you with a super bitter aftertaste. The one thing I will say to improve it maybe is just, I don't know, add a little bit more of each to it. Maybe a little bit more chocolate, a little bit more coffee, either one or both, you know. The flavor is definitely not bad by any means. I just think that just amp it up a little bit, you know, add a little bit more to it. That's pretty much the only grievance that I have. Other than that, it is very good. Highly recommended if you can find Expel by Anchorage Brewing from Anchorage, Alaska. Or if you live in Alaska and you've never tried it before, definitely be sure to do that because this is quite the good stout, I will say. So yeah, 8.5 out of 10. Alrighty guys, thank you for tuning into this episode of Drewski's Brewskis. I'm so happy that it's finally getting cooler outside. Not only because that means that it is officially stout season, but that's also because that, you know, I finally don't have to sweat my balls off at work. But anyways, once again, thank you for tuning in so much. If you did like it, be sure to drop a like, hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell for whenever I crack open a new one. Leave a comment, share, all that good stuff. But before we go, I do have some very awesome news to share with you guys. And that is the awesome people over at Tavour, the app that I was telling you about in, I don't think it was the last video, but maybe the video before that. If you don't know, basically Tavour is an app that you can order and have shipped directly to your house craft beer from all around the country and even sometimes other countries. It is such an awesome app. I've been using it for probably about 2 months now, and they just have so much variety and so much good stuff, so much interesting stuff from all over, like I said. But anyways, the people over there were kind enough to set me up with my very own promo code. So if you have never used Tavour before, this one is especially for you. So if you download the app Tavour, sign up, and then use the promo code Drewski's Brewskis, I'll put that on the screen, or just simply type in my username. Once again, that's promo code Drewski's Brewskis. You will get pause right there. You'll get $10 off when you spend $25. So yeah, that's $10 off when you spend $25. And I know that might sound like a lot, but honestly it's not when you think about the craft beer market in general, but honestly it's not that hard to spend $25. And I know that sounds kind of bad to some of you, but trust me, it's well worth the money that you spend. And $10 will basically get you a free beer or 2 free beers, because a lot of times they'll give you, 2 for $7 or 2 for $8, depending on what the beer is. So sometimes you can get either 1 or 2 free beers, which is it's awesome. Tavour is very great. They're very nice people. I've interacted with them many times before, and how obviously they're nice because they set me up with this promo code. And this beer actually is from Tavour, one of the many beers that I have from them. In fact, I have a whole mini fridge right next to me that's pretty much completely only filled with beer that I've gotten from Tavour. Wrapping things up before I ramble on too much here. Once again, if you've never used Tavour, this is only a first-time code. So if you already have Tavour and you've already purchased beer, unfortunately you won't be able to use the code, but I'm still very grateful. But if you haven't, be sure to do it because you're going to get $10 off when you spend $25. So once again, special thank you to Tavour for setting me up with that promo code. It does really mean a lot to me. But yeah, thank you for watching. Tune in next time for whatever I happen to come out with next. Tell me what you're drinking on tonight. And cheers to ya.